This is Comic Picks by the Glick.
Hey, I'm your host, Jason Glick.
Hey, Jason, what do you have for us today?
Well, today I have a series that I've been reading for a good long while. One that's persisted to through like three separate but not like entirely different presidential administrations. That's all about America. It's like that is like Undiscovered Country by co-writers Scott Snyder and Charles Soule, and like layout artist like Giuseppe Camuncoli, and finishers Daniele Orludini and Leonardo Grassi. It's a series that had a big, high concept premise like at its start. Basically, what if the wall got built, and it wasn't just to keep out all the undesirables from the north and the south, but everyone. I mean, like basically just like it was built all around Murica, and now everyone else couldn't get into America, and nobody else could get out from America. Like America basically just became this big, unknowable entity for the next 30 years. And during that time, everyone else in the world got on with their own thing. I mean, hey, like everyone in Asia, like got together and formed the so let's see, the Pan Asian Prosperity Zone, and the everyone else on the European and Africa side of things formed the Alliance Euro Afrique. So you've got two big powers, like on opposite sides of the globe, just like posturing, just like trying to show who's like the the bigger, like the bigger badass in these things. So they're considering contending against like this new like disease called the sky virus, which is basically threatening to wipe out humanity. It's like in the very near future. But like as all this is happening, they finally get a message from America, basically saying that hey, we've got a cure for the sky virus. All you need to do is send these people like to our borders and like let them in so we can talk to them about it. These people being like a Major Daniel Graves. It's like his sister, Dr. Charlotte Graves, who's been spending her time like fighting against the like encroachment of the sky virus. Um, see, Colonel Pavel Bukowski, like a war hero. It's like in the fight between in the various wars that been sprung up between the it's like the PAPZ and the like AEA, and also like Dr. Ace Kenyatta, the foremost expert on what America has become, like in the intervening 30 years since it sealed itself off from the outside, and journalist Valentina Sandoval, like former daughter of like of of the South American, it's like government, who was like basically turned herself into a like like a reporter who's just like more about the truth than anything else, along with her faithful drone reporter Buzz. It's like these, and also diplomats Janet Worthington from the um it's like AEA, and Chang Enlu from the PAPZ. It's like they're like hey, here because we need representatives from either side just to seem like egalitarian and all, but hey, at the start of the series, they're all that's going into to America, and as soon as they cross into it, they get shot down because, well, this is that kind of series. I mean, like nothing ever goes to plan, and that whenever like something happens, like you can expect that everything is going to go wrong because hey, that's the American way and all. It's like nothing is ever like that straightforward. And to be fair, it's like I like that from the start. The first volume, like even though like it series like advertises like its high-minded ambitions about being like what happened if like the wall got built. Well, it's like I got the feeling that like Snyder and Soule were like like trying to like deliver a like big treatise on big serious treatise on like what America means, like at the end of the first Trump administration, and it turned out to be something that was like more rollicking and fun, comparable to a Mad Max movie more than anything else, like with all the mutated like wildlife and like gone to seed like humanoid inhabitants that were running things in like the first Zone Destiny, including like the Destiny Man, like the guy who was just like like saying like hey I'm just like trying to like do things like the best I can here. It's like, and has also like like very close ties to Charlotte and Daniel Graves that will be like apparent much later in the series. But like, that first volume was like I said, it was unexpectedly fun in the sense that we got like I was expecting like something like that was like deathly serious, but I got something that was like more like 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 ridiculous and like straightforwardly entertaining with its depiction of like America gone to seed, and like these like essentially normal or reasonable people like coming in and just having to like deal with that, and also like dealing with um like their like essential ambassador Samuel Elgin, who's basically just like a dead ringer for the Uncle Sam figurehead like for American ideals. So so yeah, it's like I thoroughly enjoyed that first volume. I enjoyed reading it like on a reread, and I think it probably says it's the most like purely entertaining volume of the series because like there's nothing weighing it down. Just a bunch of like people, like a bunch of like character types like going into this series and just having to deal with like the craziness that they encounter, and also finding out finding out at the end that hey, there's like more where that came from. So yeah, the first volume was great. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed rereading it, and when I put it on my best of list for I believe to 2020, it's like I think it really deserved that because like there was like like a lot of potential there. If you hear me say that now and think that, oh, well, it's like, Jason, I've read your reviews of subsequent volumes, including like the most recent one where you said you wanted to get off this train. Well, yeah, that's kind of where we are right now because subsequent volumes basically just make a nod towards like like specific bits of Americana, but not really just like delivering unexpected or like surprising takes on these things, such as like the um second volume Unity, which we see tries to get into like American technological like exceptionalism, but basically comes off as like your standard like bad Michael Crichton story where like, oh hey, here's this like big story about nanotech, and oh no, things go wrong in the end. So yeah, it's like that's kind of that was really disappointing in the sense that hey, it's like you hear about like a good like something that could be a good thing, but no, it's not. It's like it's bad, and like people are gonna suffer because of it. So that's honestly kind of sets the tone for the subsequent volumes. Because while the third volume, uh, possibility, like sets up to like a story about like people trying to make a no new great American masterpiece based on the stories of previous ones. It's like, well, it doesn't actually like quite go in that direction. It's like like even if like the like like a version of the Devil's like shows up, it's not really like as surprising or unexpected as you go. Oh, and then the following volume, Disunity, which basically like shows you like 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 the cast getting like split in half as they explore like the history of America along with like like versions of its future, basically like America being like like delivering its like version of it's like of unity across the world, or it's like people like taking it over, then yeah, it's like that's fine. It's just kind of like like a story about like it essentially says meant to be a story about how like people trying to invade America doesn't work out in the end, but it doesn't quite like get like deliver on that promise like when it's done. And then you get to the penultimate volume, Bounty, which essentially like tries to address America's attempts to help the world by like sharing its wealth with everyone. But nope. It's like turns out there's like some bad like intentions that are just upending that as well. It's like in the end it's like there's a very predictable like storytelling device at the like in each of these stories. It's like the idea that hey, America like has some really good intentions, but oh no, things turn out to be really bad in the end. And it's like maybe that's true. That's true right now. Maybe it's always been true. But the problem with that is that it gets predictable. It's like it basically just like when you when you see how things go from the second volume and then see them play out in subsequent volumes, it gets boring. It's like you just like look at this and go, "Oh, well, I can see how this story is going to go." It's like, like it's going to set up it's like a good an idea of like good American tensions and then things go wrong for the next 4 volumes. So yeah, it's like I mean, it's like I can understand like the like Soule and Snyder's like desire to like play with this kind of stuff. Like I mean, it's fascinating stuff to take like like American like iconography and then just like I find a way to just like display it on like a big grand like like global scale. But overall, it's like it just kind of feels like they settle into like a very fairly predictable rut, like for the series, and it like, after its first volume, and the characters don't really do a good job of like um uh, of like helping things stand out because they're basically just they really kind of feel more like mouthpieces, for the writers and like in their views more than they do as like proper characters. Um, Ace Kenyatta, like the like the the expert on American history, probably is like the most interesting of them because not only is he just being the guy like who is also talking about like hey, I know more about American history than any of you guys combined, but he's also his secret identity as Ace Pinata, basically the person who is just like like countering his own narrative about America because he knows that as an African American person like that hey the American dream is more of a myth than anything else. So it's kind of interesting to see him at least talk about the idea that hey, like I've got like idea what America can be, but also just what America actually is. And I think there probably would have been like a more dramatically resonant story in the series like had it been focused entirely on him as opposed to everyone else who just kind of feels that hey, it's like Charlotte's the doctor, Daniel's the military guy, Valentina is the it's like is the reporter, and Janet and Chang are just like slimy diplomats. Well, for the most part, anyway. Chang gets the nanotech at some point, like hey, now he's just like like nanotech diplomat and all. So yeah, it's like I mean, like I kept reading this series because I was really hoping that things would like deliver on a level that that its writers were capable of doing. But it was like I wouldn't say that this is like like really the very best stuff that Snyder and Soule have done. Really, it's like Snyder writes Batman better than anyone like these days, and that's still true. Like if you read like Absolute Batman, which is really as good as its hype. Like I'm looking forward to reading like third volume when it comes out, and just hearing about how good like, the series is continuing to be. It's like, that's great. Soule, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like he's a guy who's like, ceiling is very close to his floor in terms of being a writer, but I still like what he's doing, and I did enjoy his most recent series, which is about Eddie Brock, absorbing the Carnage symbiote and trying to deal with like with the like trials that entails. And also like Soule's going to be doing the new Venom series going forward. So yeah, I kind of want to see what they're doing there. But overall, it's like I wouldn't say that like the series like kind of like meshes their strengths like like really well. And but that being said, I did appreciate the art because Giuseppe Camuncoli, like he's a guy who's not a stranger to having his layouts being used as like basis for finished art, because he did that for a good long while on Peter Milligan's like Hellblazer run, where he provided the layouts and Stefano Landini did the finishes, and that worked out really well. That's also true here, as Daniele Orlandini did the layouts of the finishes for the first 4 issues, and then Leonardo Grassi did the finishes for everything after that. And it's like really solid, like kinetic work. And it also just does a great job like conveying how weird things get, not just like from the biologic like Sharknado stuff we get in the first volume, but also just like the biotech stuff in the second volume, the superhero like craziness in volume 3, and the like, hey, American like prosperity and despair stuff in volume 4, or the biblical like profligacy stuff in volume 5, or the science fiction stuff in volume 6, which, hey, it's like that's when everyone goes to the one place that has actually been corrupted by American like exceptionalism. Space. That's right. Volume 6 um base, basically volume 6, which is Victory, like is the one that like tries to tie everything together, like as everyone, well, most of the main cast, because um like Daniel, Charlotte, Pavel, Ace, or I should switch that Pavel is just kind of like he's just he was central to like the first volume, but then he's just kind of fades in the background as a supporting character like after that. Ace, Valentina, and then Daniel and Charlotte's brother, like Alex. Yes, that's right. It's like the Destiny Man. Basically, just, like wind up going to like to the moon, because the that's where like the AI that has basically been running things. It's like since America sealed itself off like from the rest of the world, has been running things. And the thing is, like this AI Aurora needs one of the Graves siblings to tell it what to do next, and that's the crux of like the final volume. Basically, the Graves siblings have to decide, have like get to Aurora and decide what they want to tell this AI in terms of like how they want to how once it's going to run like America for the future. But also there are also like characters who like are effectively marginalized by the plot. Well, marginalized initially, but then I can find out they have like a special capacity within the story to like to make things like work out for the best. Meanwhile, everyone on Earth is has been like energized by Janet and Chang's um like impetus in the previous volume to just like take out America, because like they've just gone like they believe that America has gone completely mad, which they're not wrong, but that's where things go, because you've got competing narratives, multiple competing narratives in the final volume. You've got like the Graves, like finding out just what's actually going on in America. You've got Ace and Valentina finding out just like the secret truth of like how things have like developed as they are on the moon, and how they can help stop things. And then at the same time, you've got everything going on like on the Earth, which there's like some real weird spatio temporal like consistency going on here, which you can maybe like uh like accept by the fact that hey, like Aurora has like these generators that allow them to like manipulate time as they are. So sure, fine, but over overall, it's like it just kind of feels like really weird and simplistic in the sense that hey, like every like America's being like destroyed on the ground by these characters, and then like hey, the big Akira fuck off laser like shows up at a dramatically convenient point in what is not really very satisfying way. But hey, in the end, well, everybody wins. How does everybody win? Well, it's like I guess I'll leave that for you to find out, because I guess I don't want to like spoil that. But overall, it's like I it's like I don't want to say that Undiscovered Country was like a bad series, but it kind of felt like a series that was more concerned with like spectacle and craziness. Basically, just, like that Soule and Snyder were just like more concerned like hey, this would be really cool, like like to show what America could do. It's like, and we just want to like throw this at Giuseppe and his and Leo to illustrate. So on one hand, that's fine, that's cool and all, but does it make for a really dramatically satisfying series? No, no, it doesn't. Um, it's like it's ultimately it's like Undiscovered Country like is a series that that uh that basically trades on like like the it feels like the like the it's like the embodiment of American soft power. Basically saying trying to say something that's like so cool that like oh my god, it's like I just want to like like go along with it because like so that I don't want to think about it because like because like it's so cool that like I don't need to think about it. It's like I just want to enjoy it, man. But overall, it's like it's like I mean the best American stuff like really gets you to engage with like the stories being told, and this is not one of them. Like really, it's like in fact I think I'd say that like Snyder and Soule have done like much better work like independently. Snyder with his Batman stuff, obviously. Soule, to with say like his Swamp Thing work, or even his his like evil wizard takes over the world story in curse words. So Undiscovered Country, it's like it's a fine series so long as you don't think too much about like what it means, what it's saying about America. I mean, I can't hate a series that basically like ends with like them quoting both Francis Scott Key and also America, fuck yeah, from Team America. So, but overall, it's like it's it's entertaining, but it's a surface level of it entertaining that just kind of like like if you enjoy America just like for its like for its surface level thrills, then yeah, you'll probably enjoy this. It's like if you want something that actually says something like deep and concerning about our country and its current like political or socio political state, then no, you're going to be disappointed. So there you go. That's what I think. It's it's okay. It's like I probably won't be selling it anytime soon, but that's that's where we are right now.
All right. Do you know what you're going to be talking about next time?
Good question, John. So hey, John,
Yeah.
you got the latest volume of
Nope.
Void Rivals yet?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, well, maybe not that then, but maybe I'll have something else in the meantime to talk about. We'll
All
see.
right. Well, that'll be a surprise then. We'll catch you next time on Comic Picks by the Click. Click, everyone.
Yep. Later's everyone.